Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. This is Sean's View Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with a major update as it concerns a War Games match. Remember, there was talk a few months ago about the WWE interested in bringing back the War Games pay-per-view, the War Games match itself. Remember such moments in matches, what an impactful history War Games had on professional wrestling. But here is the latest regarding a possible War Games match with either The Shield versus Evolution, consisting of Randy Orton, Batista, and Triple H, or The Shield and Daniel Bryan versus Kane and Evolution. It said that there are no arena setups between now and SummerSlam that can accommodate 2 rings. That doesn't mean that they can't do a 1-ring War Games or a big cage match of some sort, but a 2-ring War Games is highly unlikely at this stage of the game. Well, listen, I don't want a watered-down version of War Games. I want what War Games is all about. I want what it stood for. I want it like we remember it. That's just like Extreme Rules and Hell in a Cell. The matches have become extremely watered down. They don't mean what they used to mean. I don't want to see a War Games match watered down. That's just not my flavor. That's not going to entice my appetite to want to see a match of that magnitude. Now, I would love to see that match, but if they're going to take a match as magnificent as War Games and, you know, not use it to its fullest potential, what would be the whole point of doing it? Why not just stick all those guys inside a Hell in a Cell and let it be barbaric and bloody and brutal and violent? If they can't accommodate 2 rings and 2 cages, that's fine. But if they can, well, then they should go along with it. Now, I've heard rumors that Vince McMahon is against the War Games idea, and every time that idea has been brought up, he has shot it down. I don't know why Vince McMahon would do that. Maybe it's because of PG, maybe it's because of regulations, because it's too barbaric, maybe it gets too out of hand, maybe it gets too extreme. But in my humble opinion, this would be an awesome match, and I can see the WWE and where they're heading with this. We saw, you know, the wheels turning for this last night on Monday Night Raw, and I think this would be a great match, and I think the storyline would write itself. And the fact that the Shield are now full faces against Evolution, going against the grain, you know, this is going to make for some compelling television. You know, this is really going to, you know, whet your appetite. No doubt about it. But if you're talking about War Games and a match that has such, you know, prolific history, you have to utilize it like we once remember it. And I know I've said that many times during this video, but that's the bottom line. I mean, like I said, look what happened. Look what's happened in Hell in a Cell. Look what's happened to even cage matches. A disqualification inside of a cage match at a recent house show between Randy Orton and John Cena. Really, really, really? I'm not lying. Look this stuff up, ladies and gentlemen. It's online right now. There was a disqualification inside a steel cage match. Imagine a disqualification inside a War Games match. That would never get over back in the day. That would never occur. That would never happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, your comments and your opinions on a War Games match happening, and what would be the best option, what would be the best pay-per-view for this to take place at. Your comments and your opinions, subscribe.